Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. So yesterday we finished scripting out our opening dialogue here, or our opening cinematic. So we've got some scripted events running, we've got a little dialogue box in the castle that you advance through, and then it dumps you out in front of Mage's Castle for the beginning of the game. So we don't have Mage's Castle just yet, so we kind of dump out into like where it's gonna be. I was thinking that we were gonna do Mage's Castle today, but I kind of got re-grounded with the whole mentality of how we've been making so much progress in our game so far, and that's by doing the hardest things first. So it's gonna be fairly easy to make the sprites for Mage's Castle here, so and same for the rickety bridge. So I don't think I'll be focusing on that today. I think I'm gonna try to tackle controller support, because that in my mind is gonna be potentially the hardest thing left for the demo. That and the hey Skytech, what's up, man? Hey, good to see you again. Yeah, we're gonna try to add some controller support to the game here, because right now it only works based on WASD and everything. So yeah, I think we're gonna see how far we can get. I watched this video from Chalacade, who's another Love2d developer, and he had in his video a little episode on controller support, and he used a library called Baton. So I think we're going to be giving that a shot, and I've got the Nintendo Switch controller. I've got the Nintendo Switch controller here on deck for potential testing with that. So I guess let's just get into it. So here's this library. I haven't downloaded it yet, or even really looked through much of it. So what up, Salto? How's it going, dude? So Baton is an input library that bridges between the keyboard and joystick controls, and it allows you to define and change controls on the fly. Okay, so we required a library. We have a variable called input, and it is a baton.new instantiation, and we give it a set of controls. I don't know what pairs is. Pairs move left, right, up, down. I don't know what pairs is. And then a joystick, get joysticks. So it looks like how you use this is you make sure you update the baton instantiation, and then you can use the variables from input get, or you can check if an input is pressed with input:pressed, then shoot. So I guess one thing is we would want to debug and print out the input gets here so that we can ensure that our joystick is actually getting controls. And then if that's the case, then we can figure out just how gross our current keyboard detection is set up and potentially fix it. I'm hoping this isn't like a 3-4 day thing. I'm really hoping we knock it out in an episode or two. Hoping one, we'll see. Yeah, I don't got much confidence that it'll be done today, but let's go for it. Let's try. So basically the only thing we really need here is we just need, if a controller's plugged in, for the joystick to be treated as if it's an input like WASD. And then our game kind of does yo, Skytech, yeah, it is super fun. It's super simple. There's a homie on the channel named Prosto, and he's doing like a Minecraft style game in Love2d, and it's like fully 3D, and it looks like Minecraft, and he's building it in Love2d. So it's super powerful, and I really like it. It gets, it's good for me. in what I'm trying to do. You know, I'm trying to just do a little Game Boy game, so. It's good. Okay, so it looks like we have a baton and a main. What is the main? Is this just an example? Oh, just the example. Okay. See, I don't know what this pair is. Pair display alpha, pair display. Oh, yeah. You know, yeah, if I can afford a little play date, I would like to try, because that's all Love code, but just haven't been able to swing it. I do like it. I think it's really cool. I just can't swing it right now. The way my bank account is set up. Okay, I'm not so sure what this pair display is. It's okay, so it looks like it does have a pressed, a released, and a down, which is really good because oh, nice. Okay, I didn't think about that. I mean, I guess the part, for me, the big appeal is that it's like a little handheld device, so I'd want to see it on the hardware. But that is cool to know that you can just do it on the sim. That is really cool. Okay, this looks like it has everything we need, right? We need a pressed, we need a release, and then a continuous input. So with all of those things, we should have the ability to do it. So let us copy our baton into our library here. Let's make sure, does it have the... Okay, good, it has the license and everything. Oh, see, okay. But I'm sure it's fun, right? Like, it's cool. It's a cool little thing. It's a nice conversation piece. Yeah, this game started out with my obsession with wanting to make a Game Boy game. And then I just decided, like, I'm not going to be carrying around a Game Boy in my pocket to show people, or flash reel cartridges, or learn assembly. So, you know, that's down the line. But I wanted to do something where I can just send people, you know, a web link or a executable build and just get people playing it. Okay, we should have... Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen some cool videos about it. I wouldn't mind getting one if it was like a Christmas present or something. Okay. This is where we put all of our little library stuff, so let's require baton here. I guess the only thing I'm curious about is, like, we kind of need this input to be a global, because we need it in different states, like our player state or our play state, right? So we can't just have the local input. Or we do this in the main. No, we can't. That won't work. Yeah, that won't work. Okay. So it looks like this axis left Y, I think that's gonna be for the joystick, right? Axis. Okay. So to use baton, place the baton Lua in your project and add this to main. We require baton. That's all you gotta do. Okay. So we'll put that in our dependencies, and then we'll just make our input a global, and then we'll start debugging and testing with the switch controller and see if we get any input on screen here. So let's get started with that. Yeah, so we're gonna want, I think I want to put it wherever our slam is. Okay, so we require it. Then we're gonna make a input table. I'm gonna have to copy this because I don't remember what it said. So input gets baton new, and then we define controls, pairs, and joystick. I don't know what pairs is. Okay. So let's make this a global input. And then it looks like it treats left as any axis with a negative X or a D-pad left. See, this is going to be great. Yeah, this is going to be great. I think this is what we need. Don't know what this is. Pairs move. I don't know what that is, and I don't know. Don't know why we require a joystick too. I guess that's how it snags the input, because it doesn't look like, look, it looks like all the things you do is to the variable here that you instantiate. So you can do a get move. Oh, wait. Get move. And then move X by 100. Okay. So when it says get string move, does that mean it gets the... No. I think that's separate than pairs. Okay, we're just gonna have to print it up and see. So let's do the input get, and then... Yeah, how would we do this? Because we're trying to print up what the x-axis is, like this. We're trying to print up what this... do we do get axis left x and then try to print it up there? And then I don't know also if it's just, like if my controller's just plugged in, does Love automatically recognize it? I don't know how that works. Okay, so axis is for the joystick or gamepad axis, and the buttons for the D-pad, or buttons for the actual button. Define axis pairs. It allows you to define axis pairs which group 4 controls under a single name. Perfect for analog sticks. It allows you to get X and Y components quickly, so each pair is defined as a table with 4 controls in the order left, right, up, down. So I guess I still don't get what that does. It groups 4 controls under a single name. So all the directions to move the character are grouped under move. Okay. And then if you want to get maybe move from move left, you can go, I don't know. I guess it's easier to grab that than it is to grab axis : left x plus to get for like move right. So I guess maybe something to do with that. Okay, I'm gonna leave this on screen here, and then we can try to print up what this axis left x is and see if we can get any input at all from our controller into our game. So we have our baton input here. So let's go to our play state. Actually, let's go to where we're just requiring any up movement, and we'll see. Okay, so our input handling class, you know, we did this our own way. Yeah, okay. Oh shoot, man, this is gonna get nasty. Okay, well, our input handling has this where if up is pressed, we're gonna insert direction up into our input list table. So, man, this is gonna get nasty because we built this out for a reason, right? It's like we didn't want people breaking our game by holding 3 different inputs and jacking up the directions and the, you know, if you hold left, you get leftward velocity. If you hold right, you get rightward velocity. But if you hold both, it'll like negate. But then the animation is rigged, so like we need to make sure it only changes to the animation of the last input that was pressed. So this is why we had to do this crazy stuff. And it sounds like we have to redo a lot of it to get controller support working. At least that's my kind of hunch. So let's just try to do it here. If up is pressed, we'll just try one direction for now, and we're gonna see. I know, Skytech. I didn't either until I started playing my own game, and I was like, why is this so jacked up? Or if you hold up and right and left, the player was going in a weird direction, like twice as fast upwards. It was all busted, so we had to do that, make sure that was all working. So it was nasty. Okay, so we should be able to have this global input, and we should be able to say get, and we're gonna get whatever the axis, what, axis left x, and then we'd want to, this isn't how you do it, is it, in a string like that? That's what it looks like in the documentation. Controls, yes. So we define the controls. Okay, and then here it's saying you can store the X and Y from the move table. I'm guessing anything that has an input of left, right, up, or down is getting stored into the move table. So you're saying input get move, and then you're pulling out the X and the Y as the first two variables. So since move has left and right, see, wouldn't the left and right get extracted as X and Y right there instead of, yeah, get move? Because it said, oh, maybe, oh no. It looks like, oh my gosh, get move. It takes left first. Left is 4 different values. So when you get move, let's just print it up and see. Let's just print up whatever input get move is, and we'll see what it is. So let's say, you know, we have this get move. We defined it. We'll make sure we define it, but we'll say local input test is stored as an input get move, and then in our dependencies right here we do have move defined, so we should be okay there. So now let's just print up this input. Oh yeah, get, dude, Squinch, you know, hindsight 2020, right? like I would probably do it first. Like, you know, I already had to rehaul the input like maybe 1 or 2 times total. I know, that's exactly it, Squinch. You really do have to just break it ASAP, because it you know, because now that we built all this junk with the old system without controller support, bad move, man. Bad move. Okay, so we're gonna put input concatenate to a string with our input test from baton. Input test should be, and I think it's local, right? We did local. Yeah, let's not make it local because we need access to it to print. Or we could do local. Okay, let's just assign it here. We'll make it local to this file though. So we'll just say local input here just gets empty, and then we'll print up our local input test. Now we don't have a controller plugged in at the moment, but I'm just gonna see if this says anything, if it says anything at all. So let's just print it up at 0, 0. We should have input on screen here. Okay, baton's nil. We require baton a nil value. So did we not input the library? I know we copied and pasted it into our lib baton. I hate this zone identifier crap. Library baton. Okay. Require lib baton in our dependencies, yeah? Yeah. We require it here. Okay, so where did we crash exactly? On 10. Baton's a nil value. Lib baton. Yo, it's right there. I see it. It's right next to slam. Baton. So maybe, you know, it has a main, but I don't think that's necessary. That's just like an example. All you need is the baton Lua and add this. Path to baton if it's in there. Oh, we need baton requires baton. Okay, baton. See, that's why you're supposed to read the documentation. Okay, so baton require baton, and then we don't do. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Shoot, man. Okay, 95 on input handling. We didn't concatenate that. Okay, input nil. Great. Okay, so we don't have a controller plugged in just yet, so let's see. If we plug in a controller, I don't know. I don't know how this works, so we'll see. And I don't know if Windows screws with this or what. Let's see. Of course, I think my controller might be dead. It looks like it's connected to the switch. How do you unpair a switch controller? You gotta go on the switch, really? Oh god. You gotta go on the switch. Okay, I'll be right back. Yo, you guys get to see the new Be Right Back screen, which is cool. So we're going to unpair the switch controller and then try to pair it to the PC here. This is not working, so just trying to figure out how to unpair it. Okay, it looks like it's not paired to the switch anymore. So let's see. I don't know, I feel like it's not connected at all. Let's just see if it's printing anything. No. Did this control anything? Do you have to add it as a device or something in Windows? I hate this. They have a whole article and they say, 1, plug your cable into your PC. Plug the other end into your PC. Like I couldn't figure out I had to plug it in. Oh, to a wireless. Okay, that might be better. Hold the sync button at the top of the gamepad. That might be cool. Okay, and then Bluetooth device. It should be Pro Controller, right? I don't know why I thought I could get this done in one day. I don't even see where Bluetooth support is on here. Isn't there normally like a Bluetooth button in here? Okay. Okay, it says it's plugged in. It says that. It says that. I don't see it show up here though. Whoa. Yo. Bart Knocker, thank you. Yo, thanks for the gift sub, homie. Yo, that is very nice. You know, we're actually we are, I think, 4 more subs away from getting a new tier of emote. Once we get 20 sub points, we get 2. We get 1 more animated emote, 1 more normal emote. So I think we're close. I think we need... Yo, Fart Knocker definitely in the house. Let's see. If Leaf was here, I would gift Leaf a sub too. Because if we get... Yeah, we get 3 more gift subs, then we get the new level up emote. And the crappy thing is the freaking... Yo! Fart Knocker coming in clutch. Yo! And Loki got one. Yo, that's awesome. Loki's the guy to get one. Thank you for that. Yo, we just unlocked... Yeah, we just unlocked the new level of emote. So now we'll permanently have an extra emote on the a standard emote and an animated emote. So thank you to Fart Knocker. That's epic. So yeah, we should be able to... I'll do some work and get some new emotes out, because now we've got a whole new space for an animated emote and a new standard as well. So thank you, Fart Knocker. Homie hooked us up. Yo. And Loki getting one was awesome, because Loki's always in the channel. So that is very cool. Wow. Sweet. Nice. Yeah, look at you using them already, Skytech. Yo, well, that was a nice little yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Yo, look at all those. Yo, Salto, there's a button for you to accept attribution for those emotes. So I labeled you as the creator, so you can... they still say pending on my end, pending from on your end of a approval there. I don't know what it means when you're the artist, but all I know is I attributed them to you since you drew them, and it still says pending. So I don't know what's going on with that. This is like the most boring crap ever. So yeah, and then I think so. If you go right here, Salto, if you go to your thing right here, if you click this and then go to emote attribution, I think because right here it says like I haven't been able to accept any because no one has done it, but if I look at right here, I have this needs to, I think in my emote thing it says that you're still pending for the approval. Where is it? Oh god. Right here, emotes. No, where is it? Yo, this is it. Look at this. Yes, we've got the new emote already. We've got the new emote slot. So we'll be able to add new emotes. That's going to be awesome. I was really hoping we would hit that because Rough Cookie came in the other day and gifted 5 subs, and then the tier sub points go away if they don't renew. So it, like, in order to hit that 20 sub point goal is going to be pretty rare. So I'm glad we kind of dipped into the 20 sub points to get the new tier. Okay. Man, I'm not seeing where the emote attribution is. Oh, maybe this is it. Right here. Oh, cool. Looks like you did it, Salto. So yeah, cool. So it's got the attribution there. I don't know what it means that it's attributed, but I'm glad it is. Sweet. Nice, dude. I'm so glad that worked. Yeah, I don't know what it means. Does it mean if you like hover over it, does it say who the artist was? I don't know. But thank you for the hype train, guys. I really appreciate it. That's epic. Okay, nice. That is cool. Sweet. Yo. Here, that's epic, man. It happened like during the most boring part of the stream too. Like I'm trying to connect a freaking controller. Okay, I'm gonna try the wireless one more time. And my Switch just turned on. It'd be really nice if we can get the controller support working today, even if it's not like moving the character, but just getting the inputs in there. That'd be really nice. Because I think this is the hardest thing left. Yeah, I think this is probably the hardest thing left for the freaking squinch. Yeah. Windows is like the worst thing to look at in my book. Yo, we got a freaking hype chest, y'all. Hell yeah. I got a new Froggy hype chest. Heck yeah. Thank you, everybody. That's really epic. 6 freaking subs in that hype train. That's epic. I might go get a DualShock to test it if this continues to be like this. Man, I really don't know. I thought plugging it in... Oh. I thought plugging it in like lit up the controller blue, because I've played a game on Steam with the Pro controller before, and it was lit up blue when that was happening, and that's just not happening right here. Man, this is so boring. I'm so sorry, everybody. This is awful. No one said adding controller support was going to be glorious, you know? I think everyone knows it's not glorious. Okay, I really don't think this is going to work, at least for the wireless. I can try another port maybe. How do we even test if it's working? Do we run something on Steam with controller support? I don't have anything installed. Switch Pro configuration support. Wow. It really is just going to be that kind of boring stream today. I might just go grab a PlayStation controller. Like that's going to be any easier. Okay. Maybe there's a better way to do it. Okay, well, what we'll do, well, let's see. It really just says plug it in. Test controllers in the hardware and sound devices and printers. Game controller settings. The thing that gets me is it lights up like it's connected. It says it's connected when it's plugged in like this. So it might be working. So maybe we just test it on a Steam game and see if it works. So I'm gonna have to download something. Yeah, I've got a couple of hard drives here. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, sweet. Yes, okay. It shouldn't take too long, and then we can see, oh, unknown controller support. It should work though, right? Because we might just be using it wrong in the baton library, so it might work. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. I've got the blue button on here now. Okay. Okay, so it is connected. It is connected. Okay. Oop. But it only glowed. It only. Okay. Okay, so let's try to maybe get a different value from baton here, and see if it truly is connected. Because to get the value of a control, use get. So this could get the value of left. Oh, to get the value, or do get. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to do a get control and see if that works. But it says, why would get control with no S work if we define it as an S? Let's try both. Let's just try it. So we're gonna do a, how about instead of doing the input test, get move, let's do this get control, and we'll see if that does anything. But the thing is, my controller is not glowing like it used to on Steam there when it was working. So I'm a little worried that doesn't work at all. Get control. Let's try get control with an S. Get controls. We'll try that. Okay. Don't know. Don't know. We're going to ask Grok and see. Get joysticks. Use the first detected joystick from a get joysticks. Yeah, we have a joystick. Before integrating baton, confirm that they recognize your Switch controller. So, if you do a local joysticks get joysticks, then cycle through the joysticks and then print up the concatenated value or key of joystick, so we can see if we even grab it. So that'll be that will say whether or not we're actually that should say if we have a joystick and a gamepad detected from the get joysticks. So let's do that first. So let's do, instead of, we'll do it in the main here. Yo, I'm excited for those new emotes, you guys. I'll get working on making some. Okay, in Love Load, yep, we're gonna do this baton. Okay, so we have a local joysticks. Now let's print up. We have to. If we do it locally out here, then we can print these up as a in our game. in the render here. So we're just gonna do a love.graphics print joystick so it doesn't print to the console, and we'll give it a X and Y. Let's see. Wow, it pulled it up. Look at it. It says Nintendo Switch, and then is gamepad true? Okay, so it's pulling the controller, so that's good. We could go into our conf, and in our conf we could say that data console is true here, and then we can see in the console the value fully. Did I not save it? Oh, we stopped printing it. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Just because I want to see the fullness of what it's saying, we can just do the print to console here. But it did pull it. It pulled Nintendo Switch controller, so that's big. I still don't see it. We don't print. Oh, it might be mad at these extra variables. Okay. Okay, here we go. I still don't see it printed. That's okay. We know it's working. We know the joystick is being pulled. Okay, and it detects it detects the Switch controller, so that's good. So now, how do I screw that up? Okay, let's try to get any input from it now. So it's saying, you know, we configure this with control. See, when we did this get joysticks. Let's double check that we do this get joysticks in the dependencies. Yeah, we use the first joysticks, which is that Nintendo Switch one. Okay, and then oh, we need to update our freaking controller. We need to update that. I don't think we did that the first time around, so let's do that. In our input handling class here, we're gonna go to our update, and we're just gonna go to the global input and just update it. I don't think it actually needs delta time. Okay, let's see. We've got no input. Let's try to do we're printing up an input test, and input test is what exactly? Input test is get controls. So let's try to do the get we want to get left or get up or whatever. One of the controls that we defined. No. Okay. So let's see what else Grok recommends here. You know, in the update, we can see if it's pressed and then print something to the screen. Now, that's to the console. You know, we just tried to get that working. That wasn't working. So maybe we could try to just swap a boolean in there, or it does have this. Okay. We could get move gets the X and Y. See, I don't get how that happens. Because if it's saying get move, everything's defined as a move is any left, right, up, or down. So it pulls in from a bunch of different potentials, you know, D-pad or axis on the joystick. But how does it extract a move X when there's no move X in here? And then also that an X and a Y, if those are the first two values in the move table, well then X and Y would be, you know, these two values are both X. Left and right are both X. So how do we... Yeah, I just want to say, you know, I want to print up the value of the button, basically. So we can try this and say if input pressed is up, then let's just trigger a boolean saying up was pressed, or down. Down is for continuous input, right? So we can try this. I just don't get how it says, you know, we're saying in baton, we're saying that axis left Y, meaning joystick on the left button would constitute, or joystick on the up quadrant would constitute a up, and button D-pad up would constitute an up on controls. So let's just say that this is going to be up test, and it's going to be instead of input test, yeah, let's just do this. Up test. Oh, that was... Okay. Local up test is an empty table. And we're saying we're going to assign up test to be get up. That sounds... Come on, get up. Let's print. And we'll do this only... We want to do something only if it's pressed, right? So like we can say... if this input down and the name is up, you know, if down is up, if up is down, then we want to say that up test is going to get the variable of up. It's a string of up. Otherwise, if up is not down, that is the stupidest thing. If up is not down, then up test is not up. And then we're gonna print up this local variable called up test right here. Okay, up test. Let's see. We get a table. Okay. So we need to extract the values from it because it's pulling up everything. So what we could do is print up all the variables in there by cycling through. We can try this for everything in our up test. Let's just do a print of whatever value, whatever value is in there. So we can say value, and then we can also concatenate with whatever the string is, just to just for some verbosity, just to see, you know, we're going to concatenate with the key value to string, whatever the value is, and then we can say v is whatever this actual value is, and then, gosh, we'd have to do it at different y's, right? So we can say that a y location is going to start at 0. Every y location is going to be modified by 10. So y location. I cannot believe I uttered the words, "If we finish this in one episode." Shit. Table expected got string. What the heck are you talking about? That's not right. Okay, this is not liking it. It doesn't like printing this up. So let's just try printing up only one value. Well, okay. I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask if upTest at index 1 does not equal nil. If there is a value in the first thing of this, then we're gonna try to print up just the first value of upTest. And it's gonna be upTest index 1, and we'll print it up at the top there. Let's see. Okay. I don't see any upTest being printed. Okay. Let's see. UpTest. Okay. UpTest is not a table, it's just a string, so we could set it to an empty string. So let's do that instead of a table, because that might be screwing us up. So we'll set it as an empty string, and then we'll print up not the index, but literally the value of whatever it is as a string. So let's see. Nope, nothing. Okay. We'll also say upTest right here. Let's see. Okay, we're not even seeing the print. So this is in the input handling render, which it's just not even doing. Let's just try to do this and see if we see anything. It's getting lost. Yeah, okay. Well, you can render up. Okay. Now, the empty string is being concatenated there. So this is not working. So we need to do something other than if, we can try this. If input pressed up, and then let's try it the way the documentation has it, is like a space like that, right? No, it is in here. If input pressed, we're gonna say upTest gets up pressed. Okay. Input pressed up. Oh, and why, dude, what the, we're having, okay, this is awful. Yeah, not here. Not on a was released, on a was pressed. Okay, let's see. Up. Nothing. Okay. Well, it does that when I press it on W, so let's try it on... Yeah, this is actually totally wrong. We don't want it here at all. We want it right here. Let's try this. Oh my gosh, I see it. I see it flash. So let's test the down. Okay. Not up pressed. Oh my gosh. And it works. It works for both the joystick and the D-pad. That's epic. Okay, this is great. This is great. Okay. Wow. Cool. Let's not do that. Okay. Okay, let's test it. I'm curious to test like the top left, all the diagonals and make sure that's working. So let's just print up. We'd have to put, yeah, I think we have to do this a nasty way. Let's just do up, down, left, right. we're gonna do, and you know what we could do, is just do the, can't we just run the value here just for testing? Like if we get rid of this, we can say our input handling's updating our input, but then what we're printing is not a variable up test. What we're gonna print is an input down up. That is the stupidest. Input down up. Now that's, does that print anything? I don't even know. Does that give a boolean or what? Oh my gosh, it does. Cool. Okay, so we can say, you know, up is right here. So we don't have to even make little variables just to make sure. Like, since I haven't used this library before, I want to just see how it handles a joystick input of these different values here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's do better than that. Okay. Okay, yes. Oh my gosh. So I'm curious. Yeah, see how we can have more than one value true at the same time? So down and right can be true. And there is a dead zone, a fairly good dead zone for this. This is great. Okay. So we have, and the D-pad works for it as well. That is awesome. Okay. This is so cool. This is super cool. Okay. So we need to make sure that we're pulling the buttons like start and select too. But also we need to rehaul the way we're currently doing it with the way we've, well, let's see. So what we can do instead of, like, basically instead of triggering this insert direction, now I don't want to do, okay, I think I got this. Because the thing is, we defined our controls to be accepting of WASD already. So we should just be able to change, instead of keyboard was pressed A, we should be able to just say if input was, or if input pressed up, then insert direction, or A is left, my bad. So yeah, so look, all we should have to do, oh my gosh, yeah, let's go all the same ones. So we're gonna substitute any love.keyboard was pressed with, we want to substitute it with our global input, run the pressed. And then we want to change this to what direction it is, not what key it is, because our, you know, we could be pressing a D-pad, we could be pressing a joystick, we could be pressing a keyboard, but we want to say, you know, that's what baton is going to handle for us. So if input is that, let's just see if that changes how our game operates, because that's all. Oh my gosh, it moved us. But it didn't flush our removed because it doesn't have the released. So let's do the same thing for this, and we'll say we're going to remove the keyboard was released, and we have a released table here for baton. So we're going to say input released, and then the value we're going to give it is actually, yeah, we want to say change what's inside here to be left, and then up, down. Cool. Okay, and then let's try it. Oh my god, it's working, you guys. It's freaking working. It's freaking working. I'm playing on a Switch controller right now. And it looks like the diagonals work fine. It remembers the last input, because that was the hardest thing. The hardest thing in the game was to say, to change the sprite's animation based on the last input, not based on like the current vector. It looks like it's like jittering a bit on the diagonals. So maybe our rounding to the nearest pixel might be off, but this is awesome. Okay, so we need to add start to be an enter press, and we need to add the buttons, right, for spell casting. So interact and interact is P, so that should be the A button. So let's try to add the rest of our directions here. So we'll get rid of this. We're not doing this test anymore. Okay, so here's our input handling, but our input handling doesn't handle any buttons. Why does our input handling, it's like all of our other logic is tied to, let's do P press first. So if P was pressed, and the thing is, handle A input, handle right input. Where are these values even freaking defined? It's defined here in the inventory class. Who programmed this thing? So we need to handle this not based on a keyboard press, but on our baton press now, and then it should work. I'm just gonna make sure that our normal WASD still works, and we didn't break that. Yeah, and it looks like our last inputs are still working for that. So that is great news. So let's try to do the A button press for inventory and the start and select button. So any was pressed, right? Any was pressed. We want to change all of these was pressed to be the global, or let's do substitute. Yeah, love keyboard was pressed. We want to substitute with input pressed, and then W is going to be up, and then we have to go to our dependencies and change the A button to also be P, which is kind of strange, but that's just how it is on our setup. Oh nope, S is down, and then D is right. Okay, P is gonna be the A button, but we don't have a input name for that yet. So it should be button A, whatever that is. So when we go into our dependencies, we can say we need our buttons defined here. So I think we need to say buttons. Is it like this? Buttons gets, and then we give it a table of A button, which is going to be its own table of key. Key is going to be the P button. What is this? Oh, left is A. Okay. Yeah, so key is P. Then this should be button A. Oh, see, I don't know how the Nintendo Switch controller is mapped in baton here. Because button D-pad left, it has D-pad left, D-pad right. Does it have A button? What, like buttons? Does it have an index of buttons? Button 1? Button 1? Button 1 is in there. Maybe Grok knows how to. Button D-pad up. So how does baton know what button I am pressing? Not D-pad, but A, B, X, or Y button. Because we need to say, you know, because on a PlayStation 4 controller, the button X, like the bottom button, button A, B, X, Y. See, I think this is wrong. Action A, button A. So, see, so it knows this for a Switch, but how would I tell it for something that's not a Switch controller? Button 1, back to raw joystick buttons, button :1, which will vary by device. Yeah. So how do I say this? Like how... So it looks like baton, if Grok is right, it should treat a X button. See, oh no, that's backwards. X would be A button, which is B button on Switch. Square would be X button, which is the top button on Switch. Motherfucker. I mean, this is just how it is, right? Like in Steam, you can reassign the buttons, I think, if you're not happy with it. So maybe we just say this button A and try that. So let's do this. Oh, it has action. It has action. Okay, so it has action is button A. So we should say that a control has action now of button A. So if it's a key of X, see, I don't like that. Right now it's P for us. So if P is pressed, then if input is pressed and it is the action button, then handle the A input. Okay. So do we have any other was pressed in here or was released? Yeah, we do right here for the up input, all of this stuff. Okay. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Keyboard was pressed. We'll change it to our baton input of pressed, and we'll give it the correct values here, like up. A is going to be left. S is down. D is right. P is action. Okay. And then any other time. I don't see it. Okay. We need the start button. Start to pull up the inventory system, because right now, enter, anytime enter or return is pressed, we have start. So it looks like we only have maybe 6 notices of it, but let's see in our dependencies where our start and select is. You know, we need start is going to be the key of, it's going to be multiple keys. It's going to be either enter or return. And then it's also going to be a button start on the Switch, which or you know, or options on a DS DualShock, you know. So like how to define start button on Switch versus DS4, whatever it's called. It's a button start. Easy, easy, easy. And then we should have select for our shift. So let's do that, where we can say it is a button. If Grok is right, you know. So we'll see. Button start is going to be start. Okay. And let's just test that before we get too ahead of ourselves. So enter and return are both a key for start, And a button start is also going to be a start. So let's go into our code base and find any enter or return pressing, which we should be able to find. We'll start at the top here, and we'll do it right here. Yeah, and you know what? Let's just do it like this. Oops. Input, pressed, enter. Okay. And you know what? It's not this, it's start, because we define it any press. So that's nice. We can kind of get rid of that. So if start is pressed, we're gonna in our insert cinematic, we're gonna restart. That's probably the least important one. So let's go back. Let's do any enter press. This is getting exciting that this is working. So yeah, look. Oh my God, what the? If enter is pressed or if P is pressed. So if action or start is pressed, and if we're game over, then we're gonna do, okay, so this is in our while we're dead. If we're game over, why do we do this? Okay, this is, I feel like this should be in our game over state. Well, we don't have a game over state. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get rid of, this should just be, oops, this should be start or action. Oh my gosh. Input, pressed, start, or action. Okay, let's try to do it for any other enter presses. Okay, yeah, same deal here. We can actually just copy the same line. If it's input, start, or action, then let's do that thing. Okay? Any other enter, press. We're missing from a pause state. We got the same thing. If it'll be if input, pressed, start. Then change to our loot state, or get off of our loot state. Okay, so then oh, that's gonna be another action. It's gonna be B button, right? So action is like interact, and then B is something else we can define. We could define it as A button, B button, like a Game Boy. It's up to us, but let's continue to worry about only enter for right now. Enter. Okay, so this is for saving. Yeah, perfect. If input, pressed, start. Great. We're gonna load our save file. We're getting real close here. Right here. Now, do we give it strings? Or do we give it, I think we give it strings. Yeah, we need to give it a string here. There we go. Oh, shh. Okay, let's go in our input handling, just make sure we give it a string like that. Is that what it is? Yeah, we give it a string. Okay. So yeah, we need this as a string. We'll cycle through our input press and make sure we are always passing in a string, but I think we missed one. and I don't know where. So let's just do a search for input pressed, and we'll make sure that we're giving it a string. This one is missing. Great. It looks like they're all otherwise correct here. Okay. Let's just make sure. Yeah, I just want to make sure that there's any other enter press. We should have no enter presses because we only have an enter define in our baton handling. So let's see if we've got, oops, 115 on play state. What did we screw up? No, then. Okay. Shit. What is wrong? Invalid key constant enter. Okay, so maybe it doesn't... it doesn't have an enter press? If we take out enter... So, like, in all of my previous games, I've had to do enter or return press. Because... It doesn't work on Mac or Windows unless I have both of those. So like Mac, I think treats it as return, but Windows is enter or vice versa. So if we get rid of enter, it does work, but I'm just curious if enter works on Windows. So I'm gonna have to test if it works on Mac with that. But look at this, start button works, the inventory works, the selection works, we need the B button, but this is looking great. We don't have spellcasting working. So that's interesting because spellcasting is based on the action button, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's the A button there where our spellcast is set. So we need to get that going. Action button is A press or P press. Yeah, key P press. So is there any other time we press P? Yes, there is. Yeah, so let's do P next. We want to substitute. Is there any other P press here? Let's search for the P press. Let's see. There's two in the loot, one in the dialog box. So we'll just replace this one with input pressed action. Okay, and then we'll go do our other ones. 2 in the play state. So 1 right here. This is amazing that this is coming along. I was worried about doing this, so I'm glad it seems to be working. The weird thing is, or the sucky thing is, it'll treat the PlayStation 4 controller as different button mappings than the Switch. So we might, people on Steam might have to reassign their controller button if that bugs them or what. But that's just how it goes with controller input, right? And we could allow, we could do a remapping option in the controller settings for the game. I don't know if that's worth it. But maybe Baton might have it where we can say reassign. Maybe Baton has an easy reassignment thing, and then we can just say select the control you want to remap, like action, press the button you want to be assigned to it and assign it. Like, it might be easy. Or I don't know. I haven't done it. My first sip of tea there, I spilled all over myself. Okay, P released is action released. Okay, any other P release we have, oops, we have right here, was pressed or is down. So, yeah, so we can say right here, if action is pressed or if action is down. And that's super important. We do need both of those cases down. Yo, and shout out to Chalakade for putting that video out there for how to do controller detection on Love2d, because I would not have found this library without him. Okay, we need other P press. Yo, I should reach out to Chalakade and see if he wants to do an interview or something. I loved the last focus hour we did with Craig. That was super cool. And why am I forgetting the name of his game? It's Moon. Oh, I'm forgetting the name of his game. Moonshire, that's what it is. Yeah, Squinch. Yeah, you got it. Moonshire. Yeah, he's doing great work on that. It really bugs me that my LSP doesn't highlight and keywords. So I'm gonna figure that out, because maybe that's the color scheme. But it bugs me. It bugs me that it doesn't color those, because I can't tell if there's a syntax error. Guess that's on me though. Okay, any other P press? I keep wanting to call it Moon Knight, and I'm like, I know it's not Moon Knight. Okay, so we have, oh my gosh, and then we have our own input handling for our freaking touch detection on the web deployment. That's its own issue, right? Like that's its own, yeah. But oh man, yeah, that's bad. Okay. I wonder if we can like define our own controllers that we can still say down or pressed on the input, because that would be kind of nice. So that might be worth looking into, because then our input handling for our phone detection would work. Yeah, that would be really nice if we could do that. That would be really nice, because then the mobile deployment, because I think I want to try to ship the game on iOS and Android too, because we've already got the touch detection working for it. So I think that would be fun. Okay, any other P press? No. Okay, let's test if P pressing is working for our spellcasting. Oh my god, it is. That is epic, man. Okay, so if we want to switch to loot, we need to add the action B. Does it make sense to call it action B? This is so cool. It's working on gamepad here. We need select, so that is our shift. So let's do that. Is it select? Let's do a shift. I think there's only one. No? We don't have shift. How do we do help? How do we do toggle help? H. Okay, H, not shift. Okay. So we might need to do another, is it select? It's got to be select, right? So on our dependencies, start, it might be select here. Oh, okay. Key. I want to say it was shift we had it as. And then button select. Let's see if this works. Right now we're only ever toggling help with it, so it's only under an H toggle, so let's do was pressed H. We'll do input pressed. Pressed is select. Okay, let's see. Nope. Dependencies 18. We didn't close our table. We forgot a comma there. Come on, man. What's up? It doesn't like select, yeah? Invalid constant shift. You don't have a key shift? Okay, button select. Let's just keep it at H then. I don't know why it doesn't handle a shift. How come baton doesn't... Oh, it might be right shift or left shift, right? What are you mad at now? Is gamepad down? Button select. It doesn't like button select. Okay, so button select isn't an issue or isn't a thing on there. So it might be called something else. Button back. You know, like select. Button back. Let's go. Button back. We're looking for that to toggle help. It does. Yes, dude. Epic. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. This is epic, man. Man, you know, I'm missing some projectiles. I wish I had like... I think it'd be fun to like lob some berry grenades. Now that I'm holding a controller, like I want to play it differently. Cause like this is cool and all for the spell casting. We've got meditate. Oh, we don't have down and up on the meditate select. So we need to fix that. We need... How do we have it in a dialog box? How do we do the option selector? W or S? Oh, how did we miss these? Yeah, how did we miss these? Let's see how many other W or S's we're missing. Oh, quite a bit. Okay, let's make sure we do all these. Oh my god. Okay. Input pressed. W's up. And this is where the pairs would work, right? Where we can define pairs as directions, and we can say if, you know, I don't know it because I haven't used it. I'm probably gonna do it lazy like this, but I can see where pairs would come in handy like that. Then I want to make sure that I'm inputting, or I'm updating our input table in a place that makes sense too. Just so we don't kind of lose track of that, I want to just make sure that's in a spot that makes sense. So this will be D is right. And then, okay, we need a then. Cool. Let's find any other W. That one's not good. This one, W or S? If up or down? Oh my god, man. Up. Okay. We're working our way through. Valid note checker for the loot. Okay. Yeah, we had missed all this. already missed. This was up. This was W? Yeah, W. Yo, sounds good, Fartknocker. Thanks for the gift subs. You're goated. You're already in the credits for the game, but thank you, thank you. That's epic, man. Thank you. We're going to have some new emotes on the channel because of that. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, W is up. Yo, why was this... Oh, wow. Okay, we have up on the keyboard also being up. I think Baton's already handling that. We'll double check right after I type this, so that we'll make sure that up on the keyboard also works for the up. Let's do that here. Yeah, it's up and W. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so any other W. This is great. This is cleaning this up a lot. Okay. While we're here, might as well. Yo, what the heck? Why is L? Oh, okay. K and L. Yeah, that was just for testing. Okay, we don't need that for controller support. But down and S is going to be input down. Yo, my Neovim is so laggy. Oh, okay. Any other W? No, just in the keylogger. We should do that now. We should do that. Just because we use the keylogger sometimes. I just want to make sure. Is down, is down, is down. Cool. Is down gets replaced with input down. And then we just give it the right string. So W's up. D is right. This is exciting that this is working. You know, I guess it's like, you know, it's not that unbelievable, but it's just that it's so cool that it works on joystick. Like, that's cool. That's the magic of the library. So we'll see who created Baton, and we'll give them a shout out too. Okay, let's see. Any other W press? We have another keylogger. Let's do that. Oh, did I turn that keylogger back off? I don't think I did. Is down, is down, is down, is down, is down. Well, we don't have for the 6 or 5, so we'll just do it for the ones we do have, which is input down. Oops, we want to find any love keyboard. Nice. Okay. A is left. Okay, and we're just gonna turn this off again. We'll make sure my other keylogger is off. Yeah, okay, sweet. Any other lost W? No. So our loot should work for W, or our loot should work. Okay, let's just do any search of A. We have some loot stuff for A being pressed. Oopsie. Input pressed. A is left. Okay, any other A? No. Okay, let's see S. We have a couple right here, string 2 on S. S is going to be down. Okay. And down or S. So yeah, just down. Change an option selector from our falling chasm state, so that's good. Wow, I really thought this was going to be the hardest thing. I mean, the library took care of all the hard stuff, and then all the, you know, this is just tedious. It's not hard. But using a new library is always a little intimidating. Okay. Let's see if any other D we should need the D and lute string handled. Yeah, lute string D. It's gonna be right. Sweet. Okay, let's test it. Let's see. Yeah, it really didn't take long at all. Like, me being a dummy trying to figure out the gamepad controller thing. Like instead of just plugging it in and testing it, I wanted to make sure it worked on the computer before it worked in Love, so that was kind of my bad. But we've got a lute we can equip. Start toggles on the menu. B should toggle. We need action B still. But for meditate, we have options for meditate, which is good. Yeah, we just need action B, which is our O press, and then we should be all set. Okay, so how we're doing this. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it action B. I mean, maybe we rename action to action A, and then action B is action B, you know. Sorry, Skytech. I do need to adjust the sound on those. They're a bit rough. But once we get, I'm excited for the once I can show off the lute on controller, that will be cool. Action. Yeah, I think we want, for right now, we'll just leave it as action and action B. Because I like that interaction is action. Like, you know, talking to a sign is action. So it makes sense to keep it as action. It's just that action B sounds a little weird. So action B is going to be a key press of O. Or a button of B, I guess. Because that's at least for this controller. So action B is now key O or button B. That should be it. Then anytime we have this, it'll be input pressed is gonna be action B. And this was pressed or is down, so this is the action B. Skytech, what have you been up to recently? I don't know if I've seen you stream recently. I'm following so many people, it's hard to keep tabs on everybody, you know? Okay, was released. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I remember tuning in a little while ago. Oh, nice. Epic, dude. That's cool. Yo, can you dump the link in here so I can check it out? Action B. Cool. Yo, here, I'll check it out. That's cool, dude. Let's just see if our loot is working. Oh my god, yes. Loot works on controller. That's cool. Hopefully that wasn't crazy loud for y'all. Yo, I will check out that deck sweeper. Wow. Yo. Is there a way to play it? You have to have the either the playdate or the sim in order to play it, I guess. Dude, that's cool. Yo. Congrats on that shipment, man. That's really cool. Yeah, I love that. The playdate's got such an aesthetic, you know? It looks really cool. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's cool. One of these days, right? Since I'm a Love developer, that may be a thing. That may be a thing. I get. Wow. Oh, shoot. I just screwed this up. Okay, I mean, what else do we test? I think it's, what else do we have to test? We have meditate, right? We have sign reading, which works. We have NPC talking, which works on control. We do need to stop spellcasting if we are in a dialog box. And we need to render, we need to stop rendering the Manus bar if we are in a dialog box, so we definitely need to fix that. Yeah, that's fun, Skytech. Yeah, good luck with that. I think that would be cool. Because Playdate is just such a unique device, right? So it's kind of cool that it's got its own little home for a little while. Okay, I mean, there's not much to test here. Like, we have to test equipping elements and tunics, which all works. We have to test spellcasting, which works. We have to test possibly restarting the game. Oh, our tunic renders for a chasm fall are all jacked up. That's bad. This is working. This is working. Start is working. This is awesome, man. This is super cool. Yeah, dude. Oh, it's actually, it's funner to play on controller. Okay. Epic. Yeah, and maybe select. Well, that works. Wow. Okay. Epic, dude. What else is there to test? I mean, there's loot. We tested loot. We tested meditate in boxes. We tested, we tested the inventory system. Wow. I think we might have done it. I mean, not like fully tested or anything. I think it'll screw up the web deployment. So I would want to figure out how to change some custom buttons for the touch detection, right? So we have like touch boxes rendering on the Game Boy overlay for the touch device. I want to see if we can kind of overwrite Baton's one of Baton's button fields if that thing is detected on a press, because then we can just say if there's a touch pressed on buttons 1 or whatever, like in our current setup, then baton touch button 1 is also true, something like that. Or pass in a certain variable. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably a way to do it so that we don't have to really worry about the input handling for touch as well as keyboard as well as controller. So that's going to be really cool. This is epic. Okay. Cool. Epic. Cool. I think we'll call it a night. I think we'll call that a big success. Let's give a shout out to the developer of Baton real quick. Let's find where that is. Library Baton. Yo, this is by Andrew Minich. Andrew Minich, input library for Love on GitHub. Tesla load Baton. Super easy to get going. And then shout out to Chalakade for showing me the video on how to do this. This was very straightforward. So I'm super happy with it. I think it's great. We still need some further testing, but let's take off our data console. Yeah, let's take off our data console before we forget, because I'm not going to like that. All right, console false, and then get diff. Let's see. All it is basically, we can delete this up test from input handling. Yeah, all it is just the Baton update. So we can do in our input handling, we'll just do this up test. Just get rid of this up test. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna trust the Git. I'm gonna trust the Git history here, and we're just gonna make sure we add Baton. This is the Baton input handling library for controller support. What? Did we not do it? Fatal path. Git. Oh, we need to. It's a Git keyboard shortcut. It's add and commit. There we go. Okay. Git push. Sweet. Okay. We're up to date. Sweet. All right, we'll run credits and call it a night. We'll find someone to raid here. Yo, thanks everyone for hanging. Thanks for the hype train. That was epic. We'll have some new emotes here. I'm gonna be doing some new subscriber badges. So there'll be different colors of Jimmy for subscriber badges, because right now there's just that one. So I'll get that. Thanks for hanging, Squinch. That was epic. I'm glad it was easy to integrate as well. That was super cool. So let's find someone to raid out to, and then we'll call it a night here. Let's see if Jed is up. Oh yeah, Jed is up. We're gonna raid Jed. He's a super cool dude. So yeah, we'll raid out to Jed. Oh, he's on a break right now, but it'll be fun to see when he comes back. He's always doing some cool game stuff and interactive blob fights. Oh, he's just back. We'll raid. Yo, thanks for hanging, everyone. Have a good night. Peace out. See you tomorrow.